Luxury cheese is no longer just a delicious snack. It is now a target for black market criminals. In September, RCMP officers foiled a plot to steal more than $12,000 worth of luxury cheese from a Whole Foods. And then get this, last month, a man posing as an artisan distributor made off with $540,000 worth of cheese in the UK, more than $500,000. So what makes cheese so appealing to criminals? Let's bring in Mike Von Masso. He's food professor at the University of Guelph. Welcome to Your Morning.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. Thanks for having me.
This isn't just a Canadian issue. This is a global trend. What's behind this movement to steal cheese?
Well, I think cheese is probably symptomatic of a lot of things that are being stolen, that are attractive for theft. And we know food prices have gone up more than 20% in the last 3 years, and so there is a real market for it. I think that we're not seeing this sold by individuals, you know, walking around, cheese, I've got Gouda, I've got Havarti under my coat. I think this is probably being stolen for specific customers, so that you can, you know, imagine a small store, a bakery, a restaurant, who is facing lower demand because food prices are higher, facing higher costs, not only of food prices, but of rent and everything, and might be tempted to take advantage of someone stealing these products to bring them in. It's easy to hide, right? It's very much quickly transformed. And so if you find the right market for it, it's really easy to get away with.
Hang on, Mike. So are you saying that people similar to gold are stealing cheese, melting it down, and then reselling it?
Well, I don't think they're melting it down into blocks, but I think they're selling it to bakeries or to restaurants where it's cut up and served to someone, and so it doesn't keep in the same form. So we're not talking blocks of cheese that's going in the back of the truck like when we saw it at the airport in Toronto.
Right.
But I think it's very easy to transform. You know, if you go to a bakery, it gets baked into something. If you go into a restaurant, it gets put into something or put on a charcuterie board, and it's really easy to hide.
Okay, so a couple of things here then. Legitimate businesses are sort of driving the move towards the black market because they're able to get their hands on cheese for cheaper. But give us a sense. We know food prices can incentivize crime. The World Trade Organization says the food industry lost between 30 to 50 billion US to crime last year. So what kinds of cheese thefts are we seeing in Canada, and what makes it so easy to steal?
Well, I'm not sure it's that easy to steal, and I think that companies are doing things to try and address it specifically. But again, it's an expensive item. It's something that is in demand, and frankly, I think these cheese thefts that are getting high profile, the $500,000, the $12,000, are in the news because they're substantial and they're obvious. My guess is, and there's evidence from the grocery stores, that individuals stealing cheese, meat, and other products is a far bigger problem. But because it happens in smaller increments, we just don't hear about it as much.
I see. And just to give people a sense, like we see this every once in a while, we'll have somebody, you know, from a cheese shop will come in, and like I'm always amazed, but the wheel of cheese is thousands of dollars.
Yeah. So again, that's not getting stolen at the grocery store. Right. It's hard to steal a wheel of cheese, stick a wheel of cheese down your pants. But those things are expensive, you know, and cheese isn't the only thing. Meat is expensive, all of those things. But again, you get that wheel of cheese, it's worth a lot of money. If you sell that to a restaurant who then puts it on pasta or whatever, it's get used quickly. It's easily transformed. There's no serial number. It's very easy to hide and get away with it.
What are producers then and distributors doing to protect themselves from cheese theft?
Well, I think from individual thefts, we've seen things at the grocery store where you know, they're channeling people through checkout, making it harder to, you know, and many of us are offended, but you can understand it. In grocery stores and in distribution centers, they are being much more careful as to who walks in. They're being better at security. They're checking ID. They're making sure the paperwork is right. In fact, I think what's happened is these organizations have gotten a bit lax, and individuals or groups of individuals have taken advantage of the opportunity.
Butter and cheese both on the black market. Conversations I didn't think I'd be having. Mike Masso, food professor at the University of Guelph. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
If you liked that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.